Hey everybody, it's Mary. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are going to make some old-fashioned cabbage rolls, the kind like your mama used to make. I've got some saltine crackers. There's probably about 10 or 12 of them. Okay, we're going to crush them up. This is our first step. And we're going to soak them in some tomato juice. Folks, this is our binder. Instead of using breadcrumbs in the cabbage rolls, we're using crackers. Okay, that's pretty finely chopped. Okay, we're going to dump some tomato juice in there. That's the last out of that jar. And this is my home canned tomato juice, folks. You can use home canned or you can use a store-bought. That's probably right around a half a cup in there. We're going to stir that up. While that's softening up, we're going to set it aside for now. Okay. I have a small head of cabbage. Okay, there's more than one way to do this, and I'm going to do it for me the fast, easy way. I have it in a glass container. I've already washed it and took the outside leaves off that were a little bit wilted. So I've got about a half cup of water right here. I'm going to pour in the bottom of that pan. The guys, don't laugh at me, okay? Use what you got. Do you really think your mama had everything that was just so fancy? Okay. I'm going to put it over top of this, and I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 6 minutes. So hang tight and I'll tell you the other way to do this. Okay, now before you tell me that your mama didn't have a microwave, yes, I know that. My grandmother cooked on a coal stove. Okay, she burnt coal and wood in an old-fashioned cook stove in her kitchen and cooked on that until she was well up into her 60s or 70s. Okay. The other way to wilt the cabbage so you can take the leaves off easy, that's what I'm doing here, is you get a big pot of water, you bring it to a boil, and you drop the cabbage down in it and let it cook for 3 or 4 minutes, and then take the cabbage out and you can peel the leaves off. Because if you've ever tried to fold just regular cabbage out of the refrigerator, you know it's not very flexible. And by doing this, it's going to make it flexible so we can put the filling in it and roll it up. So that is why we soften the cabbage. Okay, folks, don't worry about attempting to get the ingredients, because I will give everything in the description box. Okay. Our cracker and tomato juice mixture has softened up. So while the cabbages are in there, we're going to go ahead and add the rest of our stuff. I've got a half a medium onion. Folks, in all honesty, I used the other half last night in the meal. So that just saved me a little bit of prep time today. Stir that up. I have some white rice that is not cooked. I'm going to add about a half a cup of rice in there. There will be enough moisture in these cabbage rolls to absorb into the rice, and the rice be fluffy and not hard and crunchy. So trust me on that. Go ahead and stir that up so it will start absorbing. Okay. Folks, whatever meat you want to use is up to you. I happen to have picked up a meatloaf mix. Folks, it was on sale. I buy a lot of my stuff on sale, and I plan my meals around what's on sale. What about you? Do you plan your meals on sales, or do you just get whatever and fix it? we try to save as much as we can, so that's what we do. Okay, so I'll put that in there. Okay, and kill myself with a knife in the meantime. We're going to add about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half of garlic powder. Salt and pepper, folks, to your taste. We don't use a lot of salt, so about 3/4 of a teaspoon to a teaspoon. And then pepper. Just depends on what you like. Now we're going to mix all this up. Okay. Now folks, this needs to be a little more juicy. So what do? We add about another 1/4 cup of tomato juice and our egg. This is one of my fresh eggs, guys. We have our own chickens. So I already washed the egg. Do you folks make cabbage rolls? Did your mama make them? Your grandmother? A favorite aunt? To me, this screams comfort food. Now, I usually, honestly, don't take the time to roll these out into rolls. I usually just make a big cabbage casserole and be done with it. But today, I decided to do it this way. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. Okay. We have that set up. Now we're just waiting on the cabbage to get done. Okay. While we're waiting on the cabbage, I'm going to go ahead and turn the crock pot onto high. I'm going to spray the interior with a non-stick spray. Now folks, you can use one of those fancy crock pot liners if you'd like. That works perfect too. But I don't have any, so that's what I'm doing. But I'm going to let this go ahead and start preheating. You cook it on high for about 4 to 5 hours or low for about 8 to 10, depending on how fast you need those done. But I'll bring you back whenever we get that cabbage out. Folks, I tried to peel a couple of leaves off and it was a bit difficult, so I got my knife and I cut the core on the cabbage. So this should come off a little bit better now. Just find the leaf and then just slowly peel it off. Okay. Okay. And sometimes you get these harder things in there in the bigger pieces, the outer leaves. Just cut it off. That way you don't have the really hard parts of the cabbage in your cabbage roll. Okay, so I've got my crock pot turned on. Okay, I have a can of sauerkraut. Okay, I drained the juice off of it. I put water in there with the little flat thing on there. I shook it up 3 or 4 times and I squeezed all the water out. That's going to give it a little bit of tang. Okay. That's what my mama did. It's what my aunt did. It's what my mom does. So guys, it's what I do too. I always pay attention. I don't want that ugly piece in there. I'm just kind of paranoid that way, guys. Okay. So now bear in mind the rice is going to swell up. Okay. So you will have more filling in this when you get done. Okay. I'm just going to roll it over. Just roll it around like that right there. Now folks, you can put a toothpick in this if you want, or you could just lay it in there the way it is. I think I need to lose my lid. But we're just going to keep on. Let's do one more right here. That's probably a 1/4 cup or so of filling in that. Just roll it around and just roll it up. Place them on top of your sauerkraut, and we're going to keep rolling until we get them all done. Okay, I put the last one of the cabbage rolls in here. So we're going to pour the rest of the quart of tomato juice in here. And I'm going to move it around and see how much it's going to soak up in the bottom, because I want these to be covered. So I got another tomato juice. Folks, this was 2 quarts and maybe a cup left. So alrighty, there we go. So we're going to put the lid on this, and in about 4 hours, it's going to be done. But folks, in all honesty, I should have made a casserole out of this rather than the cabbage rolls, because that head of cabbage is so small, it's really hard to work with. But it's much easier to peel the leaves off and get them to look nice with a bigger head of cabbage. So just remember that. Learn from my mistakes. So I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit. Alright, let's check the temperature on these folks. They look done, but can't always go by looks. We need to be at least 155. Oh yeah, they're definitely done. So let's get this. Some of the juice in there. Gosh, I eat these so often growing up, folks. They're just so good. It's my mom's, my mama's, and my aunt's cabbage roll. I hope you enjoyed this family recipe. Hope you give it a try. Give me a like on the video. Share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you on that next video.